We just scared the crap out of my dog.
Draven. He's just like staring at me. He's like, what the fuck do you want, dude?
What do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman?
What?
Frostbite.
Oh my god, dude. These vamp dad jokes are getting a little out of hand.
Yeah. We need more for the channel, though. We haven't done enough. We're slacking. So how was your trip to Arizona?
It was pretty good.
Yeah?
It was pretty good.
Cool.
Dude, okay. The flight coming home was wacky. I'm pretty sure the plane almost blew up.
I'm pretty sure it did.
I'm pretty sure.
Based off of what you told
me. It was
me.
very, very close to exploding on the tarmac.
Yeah.
So they took us out to the tarmac to like take off, right? We're on the fucking runway. And then for whatever reason, they're just like hanging out there. They're not moving. And all of a sudden, there's a pungent, right? Like just enough you can smell it in the air.
Okay.
Gasoline, straight gas, inside the plane.
Straight gas.
Straight gas inside the aircraft.
Damn.
And then the stewardess comes walking up from the back, and some lady was like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "I know exactly as much as you do," and like blows right past her.
Okay.
Just
all
basically
right.
like, "Go fuck yourself. I'm figuring it out."
Yeah, I'm working on it.
So she walks up to the front of the plane, and then somebody comes over the microphone, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go back to the terminal because we need to figure out some maintenance stuff." And so they pull the plane back up to the terminal, and then we're sitting there for probably like 10, 15 minutes, and the same stewardess walks by, and the same lady is like, "Do you know what's going on? What's going on?" And she's like, "I know exactly what you know," and it just blows right by.
Like
her.
same thing.
Same exact thing.
Nice.
I was like, "God damn, dude." And the whole time there was the three people in front of me. I actually put this on my TikTok.
Yeah.
The dude that was using the telephone game to shoot his shot.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
So anyways, long story short, there was a fuel leak, and they didn't take off because they're like, "Oh, I guess, well, maybe having fuel in the compartment or the cabin of the aircraft probably isn't the best thing to do." So they moved us to a different flight, but ended up coming in like an hour, 2 hours late.
Well, yeah, I had just gotten in the car. Like, literally, I sat in the car, and I turned on the car, and I put it in drive when you wrote me, or when you called me, and you're like, "Hey, by the way, don't leave yet." And I was like, "Oh, damn.
Don't leave yet."
Yeah.
Because I might be in a fiery mess.
I was actually, like, slacking, getting going, too, because I was, like, working on stuff for my Patreon. I was filling out those annual postcards.
Ooh.
And I was like, "Oh, man, I gotta get going. And then I jumped in the car because I felt like I was running super behind. And then you wrote me, and I was just like, "Okay, good deal."
Well, if the original time hack if the original timeline had
then yeah, I would have been late.
You probably would have been late.
Yeah, by like 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah,
like I wasn't running that far behind, but yeah.
But I also gave you the time that I would have landed, not the time that it would have taken me to navigate through the airport and walk to the curb.
Which is why I always anticipate a little bit longer, because I know when they say, "Oh, you're going to land at 10:05," you're never even off the plane by 10:15.
Usually,
you know, gotta wait for everybody to get all their stuff,
dude.
and
it's like when we went to New York. We were at the back of the plane, and everybody like immediately stands up into the aisle to try to grab their bags and shit and to get off the plane.
Meanwhile, I'm just like, whatever, dude. I'll get off when I get off.
I'm pretty sure me and you just sat down. Yeah. We were like,
Mike was in a hurry. Remember that guy? He was getting all mad at people.
Well, he was also fairly intoxicated. I'm pretty sure.
True. Oh, Mike.
Oh, Michael.
So, yep, that was a fun time. But our next trip is New Hampshire.
Yes.
Because I do have a Patreon member that got us to go out there, so we definitely need to make that trip happen here pretty soon.
That's going to be cool. That's going to be
a lot of fun.
It's going to be.
I almost said it's going to be a lot of cool.
A lot of cool. I like that better.
It's going to be a lot of cool.
It's going to be a lot of cool.
So many cools.
Dude, so much cool.
Yeah.
So much cool.
Yeah, that's the plan is we'll fly into Boston. I think we've talked about this on the podcast already, but whatever. No, maybe not.
I think we maybe briefly, but I don't know that we've really talked too much about it.
Maybe. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Boston. We're going to go to New Hampshire. And then we're going to go to Salem.
Boston,
massive two shits.
Massive two shits.
Massive two shits.
Massive two shits. Two shits, which are both equally
massive.
Large and massive.
Yes, large and mass.
large in mass.
Yeah.
In Massachusetts.
That's the ones. How's that monster?
It's delectable.
No, man, that sounded like the slurps of a baby koala.
From the fecal pap?
Which, by the way, did you know?
Oh, God. Here comes another one.
Did you know?
Did you know?
Did you know? But with Hyde and Satanus. Did you know that when you see a group of fruit flies hovering around your fruit, they're actually having a big orgy?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And usually the orgy lasts about 20 minutes, give or so, which is pretty impressive considering the fact a fly only lives about 2 months.
Dude, okay.
So you guys do the math on how much of the percentage of its life it's having an orgy. That's pretty, wild to think
hold
about.
on.
No, let them do it.
No, I want to figure it out right now.
Well, if you guys figure it out before he does, since he's trying to figure it out right now.
Yeah. Okay, so
comment below.
A fly lives
About 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So average, that'd be 60 days.
Sure.
Okay. So 60 divided by.
It also kind of depends on how many orgies
24.
these flies are having. If they're only having one per lifetime,
60
so that's 20 minutes out of 60 days.
By 24.
Hurry up. Get the math. Comment before he does.
No, it'd be 60 times 24.
He's not very
24.
smart with math.
Times 60. Okay, so 60 days times 24 for 24 hours in a day. Okay, that's 1,440 hours.
Okay.
Okay. Times 60, because there's 60 minutes in an hour. That's 86,000 hours, or 86,400 minutes
Okay.
that a fly is alive.
Okay.
Okay. So if a fly orgy lasts 20 minutes,
You know, you're making this sound a lot less cooler.
it would be. I don't think I did that right.
I don't think so.
No.
I got you. Watch. Check this out.
Somebody else will figure it
Got
out.
you. Check this out. Alexa, how many... Oh, man. How do I ask this question?
What percentage?
Alexa, what percentage is 20 minutes out of 2 months? Alexa, stop what you're doing.
Quit it.
Just quit. I bet you... Here, we got this. Google will tell us.
Yeah.
Watch.
20 minutes.
What percentage of 2 months is 20 minutes? All right. So, based off of this is saying, click here and find out.
They're trying to sell you something.
Mm-hmm.
We've been trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
The percentage calculator. Let's check this out. Why can't you just plug it in and find it? Okay, time one, how many hours, minutes, and days? 60 days.
60 days.
Time two, 20 minutes. Let's just see. Calculate. Just give me a percentage. 20.
I feel like math is...
So hard?
Yeah, math is tough.
Yeah, I'm not a math guy.
It's easier...
Okay, so it is 0.02%. That's not very impressive
That's
now.
20. That's 20%. 20% of a fly's life is spent in an orgy.
Now it sounds impressive.
That's very impressive.
I wish I could spend 20% of my life doing that.
I wish I could spend 20 minutes of my life in an orgy. That sounds a lot less impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because on that calculator, 1 is 100%. So it's 20. That'd be 20% of the fly's life.
You're 20%.
I'm not 20% of a fly's life. 20% of a normal.
I bet you flies bug us about 20% of our lives.
So 40% of the time, flies
100%
spend
of the time.
just fucking around.
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus Christ, dude. 20% of the flies.
Well, no, I was saying that a fly bugs us probably 20% of our lives.
Yeah.
20% of our lives as a human being is probably going, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Depending on where you are, too. Like, it's more, could be more or less depending on where you're at in the
True.
world.
Like if you live in like on a farm, it's probably gonna be a little bit more.
I will tell you this though.
Tell me this.
In Afghanistan,
Yes.
holy God, dude. There are so many fucking flies. You eat around the flies. It's disgusting. Like
so you're having a meal while they're having an orgy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just
Kind of makes you jealous a little bit, huh?
Dude, I'm just like sitting here in the corner, like being a little weirdo, watching all these flies fuck. Just on my plate of food too. Like, it's ridiculous. But there, you would have a plate of food, and you'd be eating over here, and your fork or your spoon or whatever your utensil would knock flies off of your plate in order for you to get to the food.
It's pretty gnarly.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Fucking gross.
Not a fan.
I'm not a fan either. That's probably why I will never plan a trip back.
That's the reason?
Yeah, that's the reason.
I will never go to Afghanistan because flies.
Well, that's a major reason.
Wow.
It's a major reason.
I would have thought there would have been other reasons, but...
Like gunfights and stuff?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Not go?
I guess, yeah. Whatever, dude.
Well, now that we got that out of the way.
So what's new with you? You got your Patreon stuff going on. How's your jewelry thing that you got going on?
Good. Actually, they want to do another collection.
Ooh.
So we're going to look into doing that possibly.
Your last one did pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah, I think we still have a few items. But
nice.
Thanks.
I burped last time.
I burped the first time.
Yeah, so
I
we're
think
like legitimately going back and forth.
I think
on this
it literally
thing.
is a thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty much it, really. I mean, not a whole lot new. We did start doing a monthly newsletter. Actually, I think we're going to do a bi-monthly newsletter. Patreon.
Oh, nice.
So we just do an emailed monthly newsletter.
How do you do it?
Huh?
I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
I
feel like I have like severe imposter syndrome when it comes to my Patreon because I feel like I'm not doing anywhere near enough.
Yeah.
But
just copy my homework.
But then, yeah, like you did with our fucking game we were playing. But then I'll look at some of these other Patreons, and it's like, it's legitimately just like you pick how much you want to donate to that person.
Oh yeah, dude.
And there's like nothing on it.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why it always trips me out when people say stuff like they felt like they weren't getting the benefits, or whatever benefit. I don't usually have too much of that problem personally. I usually, when people leave, it's usually because of financial situations.
Yeah.
But I know that there is an option for that, and I've seen it a couple times where people are like, "Oh, I just didn't feel like I was getting enough benefits or whatever."
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I don't know how much more I could possibly do in my Patreon.
Yeah.
Like, I have so much on my Patreon.
Yeah.
That I feel sometimes like I need to cut back because I just can't keep up with all of it.
Well, I was looking, because I went through a bunch of different people's Patreons. Like when I was first starting mine, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to put on
research.
there. Yeah. And I was like looking
R&D.
I was looking at other people's accounts that had tiers that were similar to like what I was thinking of doing.
Sure.
And most of them were, especially I've noticed specifically like e-girls, like just that like kind of what's the term, that waifu, whatever, like cosplay chicks. They'll do a bunch of different tiers for a bunch of different money or for a bunch of different amounts, and then the only thing that you get across all of them is like a personalized postcard.
Right.
And it's like a one-time thing, and then you just keep donating.
Yeah.
But those people have like thousands of people on their Patreon.
Well, I mean, you know.
But all they get is a postcard.
Right.
Like, so it's literally just like donating on a monthly basis to this creator. Which, don't get me wrong,
I mean, it works.
Support the creators that you enjoy.
One of the things that I've seen from a lot of creators on Patreon, myself, was a lot of people will have like 5, 6, 7 tiers or whatever, and each tier, the only thing that's different about them is how much you're donating. Yeah. Because across all the tiers, all you're getting is just Discord access. Yeah. You get the same Discord access. You get the same perks.
That's what I'm talking about.
You get the same thing 100% of the way, whether it's $5 or $5,000 or $10,000, whatever the.
And it's just how much you want to donate.
It's just donating. Yeah, it's so crazy to me. And they'll have thousands of patrons. Yeah. And it's just like, you've got to be kidding me.
And it makes me feel like I'm like, well, am I doing too much?
Well,
but then I don't want to cut back.
Let's be real. I do think that we do too much. Now, I'm not saying that we have to take stuff off of our Patreon, but the amount of time and effort that we put in versus like other people who are doing 20% of what we do, like a fly, like, and they have tons of, patrons and less followers. It's just like, come on, dude. Like something's off about that.
There's a weird little disconnect there.
So I don't know. It's definitely a frustrating game to try to figure out.
It's a juggling act for sure.
So
for sure.
What do you do?
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. I enjoy it. Like I struggle day to day, like figuring out what I'm gonna put on Patreon.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that the stuff that I'm putting up there is exclusive content to Patreon. That I'm not doubling up,
posting everywhere. Yeah.
Because personally, for me, like if I were to sign up for somebody's Patreon and the Patreon was the exact same thing as like their Instagram,
well, then why are you gonna do that?
Like, why am I?
Right.
I'm supporting this content creator, but the perk of supporting the content creator is to get.
I think that also depends though on if you're saying you're gonna put exclusive stuff up there that's not gonna be that, then yeah, for sure. Like I've got behind the scenes stuff that I don't post anywhere other than Patreon from time to time. It's very hard for me to get that kind of stuff though, with like as busy as I am. It's very hard for me to remember. Oh man, I gotta like film a bunch of behind the scenes content. Well, on top of like
that's where I come in
now. I
got those GoPros too. So I'm gonna buy one of the little like head mount things for a GoPro.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna wear one of those. Like on a regular basis. I follow you around, I'm just gonna carry a GoPro.
No, I've been pretty fortunate myself with the Patreon because like most people understand. Most people know what goes on in my life. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty transparent about like how busy everything is and like what I'm doing and what's going on. So
I feel like that's definitely a positive thing, because if you're like on somebody's Patreon or you're supporting a content creator and they never tell you like anything about what's going on, you just assume that they have like all this free time.
Right. Yeah.
And it's no fault to the creator. It's no fault to the supporter. It's just, I think it just happens.
Yeah. No, and I've always been pretty fortunate with that because like I've never really had anybody that's like, oh, you don't make time for us or whatever. It's like they already understand that like between the band, between the content, between the photography, between everything that I've got going on, there's just not a whole lot of like downtime. I mean, you live with me. How many times have you seen me just sitting here, like doing nothing? Like,
well, outside of like the designated cuddle time, not much.
Right. I mean, but you gotta have a couple hours for cuddle time.
Dude.
That's you're sacrificing either cuddle time or sleep. One of the two is
sleep. We both know is getting the axe first.
Right.
So
yeah, we don't do much of that around here.
Cuddle time is where it's at.
Even everybody's like, oh yeah, you got a PS5, take the night off, go play video games.
But even
if I'm gonna do that, I might as well be on Twitch.
Yeah, if you're gonna take time to play video games and to do nothing other than sit there and veg out and play video games, you might as well be making money.
Right. And that's just, or building the community, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the way that I've always just looked at it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I haven't just laid around and done that from time to time, but it's very few and far between.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is. I mean, I noticed that
it is what it is.
A lot of times I'll sit there and be like, oh, this would be great for behind the scenes content. I need to make sure I do this. I need to make sure I do that. Then I get to it, and I'm so wrapped up in what I need to get done that I totally forget. And then I'm like, oh, man, I was supposed to get behind the scenes of this stuff, and now it's way too late now.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of what happens. Like, I get tied up doing that sort of thing, too, when we're doing content for the band.
Yeah.
When I'm recording or when I'm taking videos and stuff, I just don't prep myself for that. Like, I know.
There's a lot going on.
Well, there's a hell of a lot going on. But I know what I want to get and then what I actually get are two separate things.
Right.
Tell me something. Don't
tell me to tell you a joke.
No. No, you already told me a joke. We opened with a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me.
Oh, I did tell you one.
Tell me the meaning of life, Hyde.
The meaning of life? My baby bats.
There you go. So, you're so cute, dude. So cute. Shameless plug.
I love my baby bats. They make my world go round. You know?
They make your world go round?
They do. They make actually our whole world go round.
Well, yeah.
They make all of our lives go round.
How's the gym going,
Dude,
Mr. Muscles?
It's going, bro.
Let me see him.
I'm sore.
Let me see him.
Not on
Flex
camera. Are
them
you kidding me?
thighs, boy. Let's see it.
I can't show these guns up on here. That's some OnlyVamps content.
The only vamps you don't have.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm definitely feeling it today, though.
The only vamps?
No. The sore muscles.
Sorry, community.
Yeah,
I tried.
we went pretty hard last night.
You went hard in the motherfucking paint?
Bro,
As
actually,
they
you want to
say.
know something kind of a trip? Have
What's
you
that?
ever ran on a treadmill?
Yes.
Okay. So if I have, it's been so many years that I don't remember.
Okay.
Usually we do the elliptical.
Mm-hmm. Because it's low impact.
Yes.
Better for your knees.
Better for my back.
Okay.
So yesterday we did the treadmill.
Yeah.
Abel was like, by the way, when you get off the treadmill for the first time, it's kind of trippy. Like it's
because you're
kinda
used
weird.
to moving
Yeah.
or not moving.
Well, you're like moving in place.
Yeah, you're used to all of this motion.
Yeah. So when the treadmill stopped and I started like walking, bro, it was so weird. It felt like I was like
You were moving too fast.
like I was sliding forward. Like every
Yeah.
step I took felt like I was like gonna get launched off a treadmill. So like I'm walking around like whoa, whoa.
trying to learn how to walk again.
Yeah, and Abel
look
was,
like a little baby deer.
Abel was like, you just stand there and I'm gonna go get this stuff to wipe this down and you take a minute. We'll get going. I was like, dude,
That's
this
why
is
I always, whenever I do the treadmill, I always like slow it down, back down to a walk. I don't just like jump off of the treadmill. You know, so you're going at like a 6 or whatever speed you have it on.
Yeah.
And then you like do the cool down and it like slowly
brings it down.
tones it down and then
Yeah.
brings you back down to a walk and then it'll stop.
Yeah.
Rather than just like
Yeah.
jumping off of the treadmill.
Well, I mean, yeah. I think I got it down to like a 3.5 or a 3 before I got off.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So I mean, it was still moving. I mean, you know, not
was
like fast.
Faster
but
than a walk, though.
Yeah.
It was more like a brisk
Yeah. So I definitely got off there feeling a little like weird.
wobblies.
Yeah.
You got the wobbly legs.
Like a baby deer. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
It's barely
Just walking around looking for berries.
just shaking.
Just walking around berry shaky.
Berry shaky. Ooh.
So yeah, that's what's going on with the gym. It's just fun times.
I need to get a gym membership.
Yeah, he was asking me about that last night.
Who was?
Abel.
If I got one yet.
Yeah. And I said I highly doubt it.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because
Tell me why.
I don't want to use a normal bank anymore.
Why?
Because I hate them.
Okay.
Because the issue that I've been having is that they say you have overdraft protection. But what I'm used to, because I'm old, is that if there's no money in your account, it can't pull it. Right? So it can't charge your card.
Okay.
What overdraft protection does is rather than allow it to pull more money than what's in the account, the bank just covers it and then charges you $30 for an overdraft fee. So it's not actually overdraft protection. It's will front you the money and then charge you more money because you didn't have the money
It's a loan.
to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I have a good solution for that.
what?
Don't have $0 in your bank.
Thank you. Anyway, next time on Hyde Solves the World's Problems. No, but what ends up happening is stuff will just automatically pull out of the account, and it just wipes my fucking bank account, right? Then something will try to pull, and rather than just tell them to fuck off because there's no money in the account, the bank will take money out of my savings to cover what wasn't in the checking. So it's almost impossible for me to save money because shit just keeps coming out. So I stopped using normal banks and I put everything into like Cash App, PayPal, and all this other stuff because I have cards for it. So I can charge those cards. And then the only time anything ever comes out of that account is when I'm actually buying something, not when there's like some automatic payment or somebody somewhere thinks I owe them money or somebody hacks into my shit.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't happen. So
I figured out how to solve world hunger too, by the way.
make more money.
Get more food.
Yeah, there you go. Be better. Don't
eat more food.
Yeah, eat fresh. Don't be hungry anymore.
Put a Subway there. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Duh.
Subway in Africa. Problem solved.
Yeah,
Eat fresh
come on, Subway.
every day. Yeah.
Get on it. Chop, chop. Let's go.
Yeah, we need to contact Jared.
No, nope.
Oh, he's not there no more?
I'm pretty sure not.
Oh, okay.
There's some underage stuff happening with that. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That was a big deal.
That's why he was always stretching his pants out, huh? Trying to show people what was in there?
Trying to hide who was in there, maybe.
Oh. He's like, get in quick.
Yeah, come on.
So really, that's a thing, huh?
Oh, yeah. I gotta look it up. Jared from Subway.
I actually kind of enjoy Subway from time to time.
I enjoy Subway as well.
It's not the best.
It's not.
Like, I feel like you could go to, like, Togo's or Quiznos or whatever, like you said, and probably get a better sandwich. As a matter of fact, we made a really good sandwich here the other day. Like,
did you?
Really good sandwich.
I make a pretty nasty sandwich.
That doesn't surprise me. Just drop it on the floor.
Yeah, definitely. Just wipe the floor with the bread real quick.
Fly orgies on your meat.
I fucking wish I had fly orgies on my meat.
Fly orgies on my meat.
No, my favorite thing to do.
Think about that for a second.
I don't want to.
Fly, not fly like the bug, but like fly, you know? Like that's pretty fly. Fly orgies.
Calm down, 90s. All right? Jesus Christ, dude. Vanilla Ice called. He wants his lingo back.
Okay, guy with vanilla ice hair.
Hey. Fuck you, dude. Speaking of my haircut.
Don't people tell you that you look like him?
I get Mark McGrath.
Yep.
I get Vanilla Ice. I get there's one more.
And I get Angelina Jolie.
Yeah. Cause you's a bitch.
Okay.
Okay. Easy there. I can't remember his name. Yep.
Neil Patrick Harris?
No, I've never got Neil Patrick Harris.
No, but you know what you have got?
Fuck you, dude.
A lot of dick pics.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of dick
Oh,
pics.
you thought I was going to say Willem Dafoe?
Yes, I did. My inbox has been teeming with dick pics, filled to the fucking brim.
Like still? Like more?
Oh yeah, it's nonstop, dude. It is nonstop.
Why? Who's sending you?
I don't know.
Who is sending you this stuff?
It's always in my
Like it's got to be like Indian dudes that are like, show me your bubs.
show me your bubs. No, it's always like in the fucking folder of people that I'm not friends with.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. But like on a daily basis, you're just getting
Maybe not a daily basis, but definitely a weekly
fly
basis.
orgies on your meat or what?
Yeah, fly.
Like, yeah, okay.
Pretty fly for a white guy. No?
Okay.
Whatever, dude. You know that song. I know you know that song.
But I was trying to think of the Mark McGrath song.
Says, I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Give it to me, baby. See?
Yeah,
I knew you knew that song.
I actually am way more familiar with the Weird Al version though. Pretty fly for a rabbi.
There you go.
Did you see the new movie coming out? The Weird Al movie, dude. So stoked. I'm
excited.
Fun fact again? Did you know?
Fun fact: you can only do one per episode.
Okay, well, funner fact.
No, okay.
That's fair, right?
Sure.
Funnest fact of the night. Did you know that Weird Al and Madonna had a thing?
Really?
That was a thing. Like they were like,
So
I don't know.
So they twisted their legs up and then just rubbed their feet together?
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, Weird Al, he's pretty weird. So
and he's very flexible, apparently.
And he's very Al. So, yeah.
You say he's very Al? He's so Al. I never would have guessed. He's so fucking Al.
Ah, Jesus.
Weird Al. Just the Alist of the Als.
Funnest fact. Funnerest fact.
Oh, God. Here we go. Look.
Draven's sleepy.
You bored him all the way into a slumber.
This dog is like...
That's like all he does is sleep.
He's just obsessed with being next to me. It's weird.
He's your dog.
I know. Like, he's got no sense of independence whatsoever.
He's your dog.
I know. He's a good boy.
He's used to having cats, though. He's used to being a cat person.
Can't you go sleep somewhere?
Yeah, like get away from me. Go be independent for like the next 8 years, and then come hang out with me.
Yeah.
Only pay attention to me when I want to be paid attention to.
So cat-like.
Yeah, you're a very, very cat person.
Yeah.
Mucho
Gato persona.
Persona? Something tells me that's not right.
I'm gonna agree with that. That's probably very, very wrong.
Alexa, how do you say cat person in Spanish? Persona gato.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Persona gato.
Mucho
Alexa,
persona gato.
how do you say cat person in Japanese? Ningen something. Nekojin. Oh, yeah.
All right, there you go. That checks
Nekojin.
out. The internet says it's right.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
interwebs.
That is correct. So you'll be Persona gato
Why do I get to be the Spanish one?
because you're the one that picked it.
I didn't
You
pick
could have
it
picked any language. You went with that one.
because
No.
oh my god. First of all, I'm not a cat person.
But what's wrong with being the Spanish one?
There's nothing wrong with being the Spanish one. I just don't understand why you get to be the Japanese one.
Because I picked it.
Whatever. What's cat person in English?
Cat person in English is
Cat
person.
Person, cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Cat person.
Dude, one thing that we didn't talk about on my trip is I got sick
You did get sick.
for like
And everybody was like, oh my God, is Matt still sick? And I'm like,
maybe.
ask Matt.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Some people were messaging me, but for the most part, like when I do go back to Arizona to like spend time with Victoria, I like disconnect completely with everything.
We don't even really talk that much.
Yeah.
At all.
I don't really check Instagram. I try not to post anything. Just hang out with my kid.
Yeah.
Just be in Arizona and
Which is understandable.
enjoy it, you know?
And it's super quiet around here.
When I'm not here? Well, yeah, because you don't have me running up and down the halls screaming and laughing and shit.
Yeah. Or yelling about Call of Duty.
Or yelling about Call of Duty.
I hate this game.
Fucking hate this game. I can't wait for the next one to come out.
So you can hate that one
so
too?
I can be just as disappointed.
Yeah. Is there a new one coming out already?
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
Didn't they just put out another one?
No.
Didn't that Vanguard game just come
so
out?
the way that they do it, they used to have 3 different companies that did Call of Duty titles.
Correct. I've heard about this.
They had Treyarch, Activision, and Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
And I think Treyarch and Activision melded together.
Who
so
did
now they have Infinity Ward.
Who did like the original one, like the
Infinity Ward.
World War Z or World at War?
The first Call of Duty game was I don't know. That came out a long time ago, but it was
that World at War?
No, it
was
was before that. It was on the PC.
Oh.
Wait, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Anyway, so
But wasn't that the first one that had zombies in it though? World at War?
yes,
Okay.
I do believe. Call of Duty history. Boop. The first one was published by Activision in 2003.
That sounds about right.
And it focused on World War II. Series has games set in Cold War, futuristic worlds, and outer space throughout the lifetime of its.
Oh, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, like how many more times can they recycle the same information?
see, they go back to like World War II probably like every 10 to 15 years. Just because it's like the new platform of game consoles came out, so they can redo it with better graphics like tell a different story.
I remember World at War kind of was focused on like the Japanese side of things,
The Pacific.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then the World War II one that they just did was more
European theater.
based. Yeah.
So the original one was European theater. You're fighting the Germans.
Theater. Mm-hmm.
Theater. Theater. Yes. Yes. Capital. Yeah. And then they had the Africa campaign. They had
I don't remember that one.
that was all pre-Xbox and PlayStation. That was all on PC. And then they had like the Pacific and the main
very Pacific.
Yes, very Pacific. In the Pacific.
Yes.
The main competitor for Call of Duty was a game called Medal of Honor.
I remember that.
I personally think that Medal of Honor was better than Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I liked Medal of Honor a lot more.
What about Battlefield?
Battlefield has always bugged me because they I don't know, dude. Whenever I play Battlefield, I get stuck in this loop where I can hit dudes, like especially on multiplayer, specifically multiplayer. I think the campaign for Battlefield has always been really good. But then you get into the multiplayer modes, and I don't know, maybe I just suck at the game, which is probably true. Mm-hmm. But I'll be shooting at somebody, and I'll hit them a bunch of times, and then they like spin around real quick and one shot kill me. And it happens every single time I play the game.
Nerd.
It doesn't matter what platform it's on. I get killed
Nerd.
super fast, and I can't kill anybody. And it pisses me off.
Nerd.
But one thing
Nerd.
that Battlefield
Nerd.
does
Nerd.
really well... Shut up. One of the things that Battlefield does really well that Call of Duty doesn't really focus on or worry about is ballistics. Mm-hmm. So, and that at sometimes is like really fucking stupid because over the course of you shooting, gravity takes effect on the bullet as it slows down, right? Because of air velocity or because of wind resistance and velocity. Okay, so as the bullet starts to slow down, gravity has a longer time to take effect on it, and the bullet starts to drop and will eventually hit the ground. Okay? So when you're sniping in a video game, instead of being able to just do point of aim, point of impact, which is where you point, that's where the bullet's going to hit, over a long distance of time, you have to adjust and aim higher because the bullet's going to drop. Call of Duty doesn't really worry about that, except in the newer renditions of Call of Duty where you're playing on these massive maps and you have to worry about that distance. But what Battlefield has started doing is applying that to like pistols and submachine guns and rifles and shit. So pistols from like me to the kitchen is going to drop, and it's fucking stupid, and it pisses me off because they're trying to do ballistics on a smaller scale, but they don't even it out so that it's effective or it's what it's supposed to be. And it pisses me off because
Satanus loves video games.
I also know a lot about guns and firearms. So when somebody tries to like do something that replicates reality, but is a poor replication of reality, it's very, very apparent. So, yeah. Which is why it's hard for me to watch anything on TV that has to do with the military because
it's not like realistic enough
at all.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that couldn't be.
Well, there's a TV show called Purple Hearts. It would take 5 minutes for someone who was actually in the military to show up on set and make sure that people's uniforms looked the way they're supposed to.
Right.
But they don't do that because they don't care.
I wonder if there's a reason though. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if there's a reason why they don't do that.
Because they're lazy?
Okay, well, I mean, maybe that wasn't the reason I was thinking, but like...
That's literally it. Because, there's movies, there's TV shows that do it correctly. But in order to get somebody out there to actually look at that shit, they just assume that they're going to have to pay somebody. But there's plenty of people that served in the military or that know enough about the military that would give that information freely and make it so that it just looked that much better. Yeah. But instead, you've got guys that, wear their fucking collars popped up with the little thing strapped across when they're supposed to be, stateside in formation. Nobody does that. Nobody, on the collar, it folds up, and then there's a piece of Velcro that, Velcros across, and you're supposed to put that up when you put your gas mask on because it creates a tighter barrier against your skin so that outside contaminants can't get inside of your shirt, right? But nobody ever does that unless they're wearing their chem gear. And in these TV shows, nobody's wearing chem gear. They're just, on base. And you always see on these TV shows, you'll see, Humvees and stuff driving around on base. That's the only vehicles on post. Yeah. And that's not the case. There's a bunch of personal vehicles, regular cars. You don't show up to the gate, park your car, and then jump in a Humvee to go around base. Yeah. And it's wild. They're trying to this is the military.
Right.
And then military people watch it and they're like, nah, dog. Nope. They wouldn't let us drive Humvees. You kidding me?
No?
No, fuck no. Not just to drive it around. Because you got a
lot of gas.
That's all gas.
Yeah.
That's wear and tear on the vehicles that are used for training. And half of those vehicles, you're maintaining them.
Yeah.
So, it's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
TV shows and shit.
I drive one every once in a while.
A Humvee?
Yeah.
Nice. When he says he drives a Humvee every once in a while, it's actually him sitting on my back, and I just run around and hum.
Yeah. Well, I work on my V.
Yeah. He's just doing crunches in the back.
That's right. Yeah. That would be a good video.
That would be.
Yeah, we should try it.
That's going to take some severe upper body strength from you and back support from me.
Yeah.
Your legs are going to be like hooked around, like leg locks into my legs. And then I'm going to have to be hunched over, and you're going to be doing crunches
while you walk around.
While I'm walking around. I think I would have to be standing.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, we could do that.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, we could try that. All right. We could do it.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for it.
But it's got to be enough for you to do a good couple hum. Yeah.
I could hum. That sounded... God damn it, dude. Shit!
That's exactly what I was going for.
I know it is. And I walked right into it.
You did.
I walked right into it.
Right into it.
Fucking hate this shit, dude. I quit. I'm out of here.
You can't quit.
I also can't...
You're stuck here.
I also can't unplug and walk away from my mic or walk away with my mic like I did last time, because now I have this fancy mic stand.
You broke your other one.
I broke it?
I don't remember, actually.
I did break it, actually.
Oh, yeah, you did break it.
Yeah. It was just a really cheaply made one.
Yeah. You know what sounds really good right now?
What's that?
Chinese food.
Chinese food does sound pretty
Doesn't
good.
it kind of sound good?
It does. It does.
Like, I shouldn't eat it. Like, that's probably
Why?
not. I don't know.
I think you should eat whatever your heart desires.
Well, you know, just going to the gym and trying to be a little bit better about what I eat.
Well, I mean...
Because I'm seeing some actually pretty quick results, like, honestly.
That's one thing that I have noticed about you. Your body has, like, really, really good muscle memory. And so, like... Because when I first met you, you were in pretty good shape.
Mm.
And then... Well, you were in pretty good shape. I mean...
Better.
Maybe
yeah.
I was wrong, but you felt comfortable enough walking around my apartment without a shirt on a regular basis. Yeah. Yeah.
I walked around your apartment with a shirt off?
Yeah. Like, you'd wake up and you'd just be, like, walking around. And, like...
Wow.
Yeah.
Rude.
Is it?
I don't know.
I mean, I didn't mind.
Yeah. I feel like I would have been way too uncomfortable to do that. Interesting. Okay. Anyways, continue. Tell me more.
Yes. No, but you've got like pretty decent muscle memory. So when you start working out, like you shed weight really fast, and your muscles start coming back pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got to stop being lazy. Well, I don't even know that it's lazy. I think it's just that I just get so preoccupied with everything else that I've got going on in the day that I
get busy.
Yeah, that I just get like kind of forgetful about it. But that's the nice thing about like going to the gym with Abel as late as we go.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest part about it is just motivating myself at 1:00 in the morning to get up and get out the door.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah,
that's pretty rough.
But once I get there, like last night, once we got there, I was like, okay, this is not bad. Like I'm here, it's fine. Like let's just get it.
It's getting out the door.
To go.
Yeah. That's the hardest part. I prefer, like when I'm in like a good gym routine, I prefer to wake up and start my day with the gym. Just because you come home from the gym, you've got like all those endorphins and stuff from your workout, and then you take a cold shower. Ew. And it like wakes you up immediately.
See, now me on the other hand, I mean, it does make sense because if you think about it, yeah, I mean, you go to the gym in the morning, and then you come home, you eat, you do whatever you do. Well, you're already in a caloric deficit, so when you eat, you're probably still in a deficit or coming out of it barely.
Yeah.
But then you've got all day long to burn more calories. You know, but for me, it's like I like to think about, okay, how many calories did I eat today? How much do I need to like burn off? You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not really in a deficit. I'm, like, going back. I'm, like, working it back off. And then I come home, take a shower, and then I'm just exhausted. So I go to sleep.
Do you take a hot shower, though?
Of course I take a hot shower. No, not a hot shower. I just take, like, a warm shower. I can't do cold showers.
See, I couldn't do cold showers for a long time either. But what I do is I'll take, like, a hot shower, and then, so I'm, like, washing my body.
Turn it
like,
cold.
Then at the very end, turn it as cold as it'll go. and then I stay in the water as long as I can.
Absolutely not.
Dude, it feels so good.
No way.
It feels so good.
Absolutely not.
And then if I'm trying to go to sleep, I'll take like a lukewarm shower, and then at the very end, I'll turn it really, really hot. Because then your body heats up and it's burning off excess energy, and then you start getting sleepy, and then you fall asleep easier.
Yeah.
But when you do the cold, it tightens everything up and wakes your whole body up.
Yeah.
And then you get out of the shower and you're like, like wide the fuck awake.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. It's nice. We're not really in a place where I'd be able to do it outside of like creating my own ice blocks and shit, but I would love to do ice baths. Like
Vance does that. They've got those freezers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Where like a deep freeze?
Yeah. And they just made an ice bath out of that.
I would love to do those.
Yeah, he did it a lot.
I'd love it.
Crazy.
I'd love it. It's actually, they've done studies on it, and it's actually like really, really good for your body.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
there's
really
a lot
good.
of benefits to it. Yeah, but kill me.
I'll just die. It's not a big deal.
Take me. I mean, whatever. I'm good.
Take me, sweet death.
Yeah. So I'll get off all that.
Oh, hide.
I like warm.
I like being warm too.
Like,
but
not hot. I like being warm, like comfortably warm. Like, I'll turn the shower to like a colder temperature. I'm not saying I won't get, but I'm not going cold. Like, I'll go to where it's like, okay, this is
better for your hair.
It's starting to cool up. Well, yeah, I don't really get my hair wet that often anyway, so.
Just saying. Close that cuticle down.
That's right.
Keep all that nutrients in your hair.
All that nutrients.
So,
Chinese food?
ladies and germs, when you're washing your hair and you do the conditioner, rinse it out with cold water. Cooler water. Because the hot water expands the cuticle of the hair. And then
We spent a lot of time talking about this on my stream. It's like a conversation.
Do you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I mean, you kind of
Exude hair competence.
Well, that too. But you kind of like, I don't know, like you got fucking dyed hair, dude. Like
I do.
And obviously, like you take really good care of your hair, so people assume that you know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of color correcting.
Oh God. Yeah. That's pretty much what I did. Mostly was color correcting.
Yeah.
I did not like it.
I
like color. But I don't like color correcting.
I don't like either one of them.
You're more of a barber though.
Yeah, I don't like doing color because.
Fun fact: he went to school for barbering.
Yes.
And I went to school for cosmetology.
Yes.
So we're both
Tony and Guy.
Yeah,
graduates.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both graduated from Tony and Guy.
I went to the national student competition.
I didn't
for
want
Tony
to.
and Guy. You didn't want to? Why?
That and then like the hair shows and all that stuff. Because I wasn't like passionate enough about it. Like I didn't want to go to that level.
I thought I was really passionate about it. And I think if things had continued the way that they were,
yeah,
that I probably would have stayed in that realm, stayed in that world. Because when I went to nationals, I met the Muscalos. I met like all
and I just didn't have any interest in any of that.
See, for me, it was more of like, I was more in it for the people, not for the passion of the hair.
Right.
Like, because I could give two shits about cutting hair. Like, it didn't matter to me that much. Right. But it was always cool for me to, like, have somebody come in and sit down in my chair and, like, because, I mean, when you go to get a haircut, when you go to get your hair done, there's always, like, this kind of, like, need to feel fresh. And so what I would do is, like, people would come in and they'd sit down and I'd, like, give them a haircut. And then all of a sudden they feel so much better about themselves and they get out of my chair with a smile. So it was like, made me feel good, you know? It was, so I would cut hair trying to like get that smile out of people. Cause they sit down in my chair and they're like, oh, I need a fucking haircut. You know, you always kind of like when you getting ready to go do your hair, it's never like, oh, you know, I look really good right now. I probably should go get my hair done. You know, typically it's like, I don't like how this looks. I need to go fix my hair.
Right.
You know, so they come sit down in the chair and then I give them a sick ass fade, a little dope dapper haircut. And then they get out of my chair feeling funky fresh.
So fresh and so clean.
So fresh and so clean. Yeah.
So fresh and so clean.
clean.
We could do better.
Yeah, we could. If we put some time and effort into it, we might be. We could do better.
Can you imagine if we were just like so fresh and so clean?
Clean.
Boom. All right. Yeah. So when I graduated, they asked me to be the owner, and a couple of the other instructors asked me to
come back and be an instructor.
Yeah, like immediately, and I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would. I kind of felt like that would take all the fun that I did find of doing hair, like completely out of it.
Yeah.
Teach a bunch of snot-nosed kids how to cut hair. You know what I mean?
Which I can understand. I got in trouble a lot because people would come to me and ask for help with men's cuts, and I'm like, if somebody's asking me like what I do and how I learned how to do what I'm doing, why is it such a big deal? Like,
is it because they want you to like make sure that you're answering it based off of their guidelines and stuff like that?
There was only one barber instructor, and then the rest
didn't even have that.
The rest of the instructors were all cosmetologists and hairdressers.
Yeah.
So they weren't licensed in barbering.
Right.
And that's all I was doing was men's cuts. So people would come to me and ask me how I was getting like the blends that I was getting and like the smoothness of the fade. And so I would go over and I'd be like, well, and I wouldn't touch the haircut. I wouldn't touch their tools. I would just be like, well, this is what I do. And I would like explain to them the guards and like moving the foot. So I'm not taking anything away or I'm not adding anything to what Tony and Guy taught me. I'm just explaining what I do and how I would fix that haircut. But I would get yelled at. They'd be like, Matt, stop being an instructor. And I'm like, well, you instruct then.
Yeah. Then get an instructor.
Yeah. But when I went to nationals, they were getting ready to set up a school in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and they wanted me to be the barbering instructor for it. And I was like, well, that'd be fucking cool, but I'd have to move to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Like, you know, I had 2 kids at that time. Heaven was pregnant with Victoria. I was like, that was probably not the best move, you know. But then I went and got into private security contracting and sat in a car for like 12 hours a day.
Yeah, I worked in a salon for 2 years, which is funny because I ended up doing mostly men's cuts.
Really?
Yeah, which I could not stand.
Was it like longer men's cuts or was it fades?
No, fades and stuff like that.
In a salon?
So you met him. That's the guy that I worked for, him and his wife. And most of my clients were just guys that walked in and wanted fades and stuff like that.
Do they still own that salon?
No, it's gone.
Damn.
Yeah, they're not there anymore. So now it's a salon for dogs.
Pet groomer.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one we went into? The first one we went into?
Oh, yeah, yep.
That's where the salon was that I used to work at.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So, yep, I did that for 2 years and decided that I was going to take my photography full time, and I haven't really done hair since.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep up on my license and I keep up on certain things, but
yeah. Well, I still cut hair every once in a while. I got my barbering bag in Arizona. Mostly the only time I cut hair is like my brother, but give him a fucking sick, nasty mullet.
There you go.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. But other than that, I don't really keep up on it.
Yeah, I pretty much lost interest after.
Yeah,
because I got into it and I started doing a bunch of stuff that I didn't want to do. So
yeah,
I just kind of got really quickly burnt out.
Yeah, my interest kind of faded when like my body just wasn't keeping up with it. Like standing for 8 to 10 hours a day was kicking my ass, dude.
Yeah.
My lower back was not handling it well, but I was good at it.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
But I do this thing. I like hyper focus on something and get decently good at it, and then it's no longer a challenge or a learning process for me, and I get bored with it. I just fucking, it's not interesting to me after it's no longer like difficult, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is
why you love Call of Duty.
There you go, because it's always difficult, and I fucking hate life when I'm playing it.
I know. I hear you complaining all the time.
Just screaming.
Just yelling at the game.
Fuck! It's just annoying, dude. It's like painfully annoying.
Yeah.
Especially because there's people on that game And we're back to talking about nerd shit and video games.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't have like a good enough ranking system. I don't feel like typically in games there'll be some sort of ranking structure where if you're this good, right, you're on this level. They put you into a different server, so you're playing with other people that are similarly matched to you, skill wise. Yeah. But instead of doing that, what Call of Duty does is they make it so that it's harder to kill the shitty players. So
I don't know. They always do well with me.
Well, come on, bud. It's not like a crazy difference, but it does. It's called TTK. It's time to kill.
Yeah.
But
I'll have you know, I used to be decent.
Well,
I used to play a lot.
Get better.
Well, I mean,
play more.
I just don't care to do that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Then don't. Okay.
Like, I remember there was this map. I don't remember which one it was, but there was this map that was like ruins of like a castle. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
That was probably World at War. This is like a bunch of vines and like overgrown shit.
No. It was like a big open field with like little houses and stuff like that, and there was like a broken down castle in there. It was one of the like, it might have been like Black Ops or Ghosts or something, but I'll look it up.
Ooh, it's daytime?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ghosts.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Broken down, like,
and the castle was on, like, if you start on the south end of the map, the castle was on the left. Yeah. And you could like go in through the courtyard and you could close the portcullis. You could close the gate and shit.
I think.
On the castle. Yeah. That's Ghosts.
And then like throughout the other side of the map, there was like little homes.
Mm-hmm. And it was like uphill from the castle.
I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's Ghosts.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I know my Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Ghosts was one of my favorite Call of Duty.
When that game came out is when I was playing it a lot, and I was doing, and I was pretty decent back then.
It's like 2009.
I don't know. Like I was getting like 20, 30 kills on a map.
All right.
I was doing good. Like I'd have like killer kill streaks and
You're
stuff like that.
You're a fucking sweat, bro.
But now I'm just so out of practice. Like I have not played that. And I got on there and played one time recently and I was like, dude, this is so different. Like people are way more aggressive on this.
Well, you're also on PC. It's a whole different ballgame.
Oh, you're talking about when I played on PC with you.
Yeah.
No. I was talking, well, I sucked on that too, but last time I got on the PlayStation one.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which I feel like you can't not play those games for very long because people are like hacking them now. Mm-hmm. Like you cannot play World at War online anymore.
Oh, dude,
it's stupid.
It would be riddled with hackers right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like people are flying through the air.
Yeah, all
like,
these mods and shit.
Yeah, like you can't even on PlayStation. Like you can't.
People are riding through on dragons and shit.
You literally can't kill certain people. Like you could stand there and just shoot them, and they just like come over and just karate chop you.
I don't understand where the fun is in that.
It's not fun. There's no way that's fun.
It can't be. It can't be fun. You know you're not going to die. So the only enjoyment that you would get out of it is just the pure satisfaction of being an asshole.
Yeah, which some people are into that.
Some people. What, me?
What? I didn't say.
Why'd you side-eye me?
I didn't even side-eye.
I could be a dick. You want me to be mean? I'll be mean. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bitch. Yeah.
Say you're sorry.
Fuck you.
Say you're sorry.
No.
Say you're sorry.
I'll say it after.
Say it after what?
When I'm off camera. No, I'm trying to be mean.
Wow, the podcast just got deleted.
Oh, damn. That was a 3-episode run. Yeah. That's it.
No, 2.
Well, if we deleted this one, it'd be 2.
That's what I just said.
Whatever, dude.
Podcast got deleted. Remember when I said that?
I do. So sick of this shit.
Chinese food?
Dude, I'm 100% down for Chinese food.
Or sandwiches?
Ooh. Are we making them here, though?
We ain't making nothing.
I don't think you understand. You remember that whole talk, like, from the beginning about me not using a bank?
Yeah. He said, I'm broke. Oh, I understand. I get it. Either way, we got to buy stuff.
No, I mean, we could do either.
Okay.
Chinese food does sound really, really fucking good, though.
But what from a Chinese food?
I'm not trying to do panda, though.
Oh, that's not Chinese food.
What are you talking about? Where are we going? What are we doing?
To like a Chinese restaurant.
Like a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
Like a Chinese restaurant.
Like we're going to China.
Like a Chinese restaurant.
Like the Chinese.
Like Chinese from China. Chinese restaurant.
Yes.
Trying to see how many times I could stack variations of the word China.
Okay, go.
Well, I just did it. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Like a Chinese.
So there was like 2.
A Chinese restaurant. Chinese from China. Chinese restaurant.
What? Chinese from China, Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3.
Okay. It's pretty good.
3 Chinese.
Yeah.
Not 4. 3.
What about was a Chinese restaurant based in Chinatown?
So anyway,
with people from China that sold Chinese food.
There you
go. That's 4 China. Now you got to do 5.
I don't know that I could.
I don't know that I could either.
Chinese people from China in Chinatown making Chinese food at a Chinese restaurant. Bam, that's 5. And we're done with that.
That's
Man. My brain hurts now.
Yeah. That was a lot of China.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of China.
Roman numeral for 5 is V.
Mm-hmm.
So it's V China.
Cool. All right.
I mean, am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
I feel like I'm like goosenecking like the
You
entire
kinda
time.
are. Yeah.
Just like this.
Deuce necking.
Goose.
Upper decking.
No, not upper decking. I'm surprised you haven't been upper decked.
Why would you be surprised that I haven't?
Just because.
I mean, I have dated some pretty gnarly chicks in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny that you said that because I never knew that term before you said it that one time.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day I was watching a movie. Great movie, by the way. It took me 2 nights to get through it. What is it called? Me Time.
I've never seen that movie.
It's new. It's Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. It was a good movie.
I'm not a big fan of Kevin Hart.
I'm not either, but I love Mark Wahlberg.
I like Mark Wahlberg.
So I'll watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I did watch it. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. Kind of a family like comedy.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like anything crazy. But anyways, there was a scene in there where they were talking about upper decking.
Nice.
Yeah, and I was like,
nice.
Oh, okay.
And now you know.
And now I know.
For those of you who don't know what an upper decker is, it's where you take the top off of the reservoir on the back of the toilet.
The tank.
Poop into the tank, and then you put the lid back on it. And it makes it so that every time you flush, you get dirty poop water into the toilet bowl instead of clean, fresh,
non-poop
water into the poopy toilet bowl
stuff
thing.
Bowl.
Yeah. Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Upper decker.
That's it.
Patent pending.
Down triangle. Uppercut.
Down triangle.
Yeah. You never played Mortal Kombat, bro, on a PlayStation?
Not on a PlayStation.
Well, what is it? Down Y?
Down. No.
What's the top button on the PlayStation?
On Xbox?
Oh, yeah, that one.
It's a Y. But you guys also use fucking circle for like everything, isn't it?
No.
What do you use for like enter?
X.
But that's on the left side, isn't it?
Nope, that's the bottom.
No, it's not.
Yep. It goes square, triangle, circle, X.
Whatever, dude.
Yours is X, Y, B, A?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the
It's
A would...
X, Y, A, B.
Why you got to go that way?
Because that's how you... X and Y is like your secondaries, and A and B are your primaries. This fucking guy.
Okay, so if you're going based off of that, then it would be square, triangle, X, circle.
Okay. I always thought X...
Nope.
Thank you. Nope. Mm-mm. Whatever it was, whatever you were thinking, you're wrong.
Whatever you thought was wrong.
Whatever you were about to say, you're...
So what were you going to say?
No, time's passed.
Yeah, I mean, it was wrong. So.
Yeah, shut up. Sick of this shit, dude.
So there's that.
Got something in my eye.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for today.
Yeah, I guess.
We talked about so many fun things like video games.
We talked a lot about video games.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of that's going to get cut because there's a lot of like dead space there.
No, there's not going to get cut.
Whatever, dude.
Gonna have enough time to get cut.
I'll cut you. We got plenty of time to cut Hyde.
I'm already cut, fam.
Yeah, G.
Yeah. Cuddy.
Shredded. Don't say Cuddy. I hate that. I know it's supposed to be funny.
I don't know if it's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be funny when it comes from me, but our certain Darby Sinister says it pretty seriously.
It's just one of those things. It's one of those things where it
Well,
just gets
time's up,
overplayed.
guys. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, all right. This motherfucker, dude. No, it's just one of those things that just gets said and overused.
Yeah.
So like when people like I could
fam.
I could handle fam every once in a while.
Yeet.
I still think it's fucking stupid.
It is stupid.
I still think it's stupid, but I could handle it very, very short quantities. Very small quantities.
What about My Fault Gang?
That shit was so funny. Have we talked about that on here?
I don't know.
We're at a gas
We'll
station.
save it for the next episode.
Okay, next episode because Hyde said no.
Yeah, we'll save it for the next
So
episode.
if you guys have complaints about hearing the My Fault Gang story,
then join the next episode.
join the next episode and berate Hyde in the comments.
Or don't. Just
Or
say
do.
that you're ready for the next episode so we can put
Do
it
that
out.
too. And if you guys aren't following or subscribed or whatever, do that. Click the buttons and the notifications
I think they're down here somewhere.
wherever they are. I like how you just point directly at your crotch. They're down here somewhere.
Why you gotta call it a crotch? That sounds so like...
What would you like me to say?
I don't know, but I don't like that.
You don't like crotch?
No.
The people have...
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of a crocodile.
Because it's a CRO?
I think so. So I automatically think of Crocs. And
So
I don't
you
like
think...
Crocs.
So you think... When I say crotch, you immediately...
I think of a crocodile.
A crotchodile.
Yeah.
It's just two pairs of legs and
Just a-
huge
Just
jaws.
that penis-shaped crocodile.
Ugh. It's like flesh toned.
Yes. It's the crocodile.
Somebody draw that.
I was just going to say,
Somebody
draw that and submit it to us, please. The crocodile.
So we could put it here.
It'll be our first official merch together for
There
this
you go.
podcast.
Crotchodile.
Yeah, the crocodile. I think that's a good
Crotchodile.
one. A crocodile eating Chinese food.
So what would you have me refer to that area as?
Find out on the next episode.
All right, see you later, guys.
Bye-bye.
Hey! And roll the credits. Eat my cloaca, Jerry.